I was going to take a break, but I don't really feel like taking a break.
Okay,
well, maybe we need to take a break.
Thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So on The View today.
Yep.
And I just needed.
This is the longest secondhand news segment ever. I'm glad though that you got stuff. Go ahead.
Okay, so since you guys are guys.
Yep.
They want to implement a 12 o'clock sex curfew. No sex curfew for baseball, basketball. If you played a sport.
Right.
Even if you have yes.
Sports players.
Oh, professional athletes.
Yes.
Right.
So they want after 12 o'clock, a night before the game. That's it. No more. And no party. They got a curfew. They have to be.
So you can have sex up until 11:59.
And you then you better pull out. Then you're done. Because they escorting everybody that's not supposed to be there out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, so one of the girls on there was married to a player.
Right.
That she would not jeopardize his job in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's the case, I could see a lot of the men going like, look, this is not working out. I got things. She said, how are you going to have a whole team of mad men? It's like they're not going to want to listen to you. They have nothing. They said if you ever see a man that, is it true, that really needs, like, are you that miserable on the inside?
The thing is,
does it?
Let me.
How many times do you need to get it off in one night?
But it might not be that you don't know. Especially the ones that are married. That's what she was saying. She said the tricks and the trollops could go because when they normally come in with those kind of girls,
right?
Drinking is also involved.
Right.
So there's a thing there's certain things that men will never understand about women. I'll never understand the severity of the pain of giving birth or what women go through when they give birth. You can explain it all you want. Mm-hmm. I will never 100% get it. In the same way, when a woman thinks, oh, why are these men running around like little dogs? Like they have to get. They do not understand the throbbing and the feeling that men get especially when they are living with a woman. You know who was the most hated woman on television to me?
Who?
Deborah Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond. Because he used to always have to beg and go weeks and months before getting something. And I was like, that woman should be murdered. Like she does, and you know why she does it so casually, and like wives do it so casually. Shout out to my wife. You know why they do it so casually? Because they don't know the feeling and the throbbing. Like I'm getting anxious now just thinking about it. Like, really? Yes. When I listen, okay.
After your wife left town, now you get
no. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, all right.
No, what I'm saying is that listen. When men have need, you've never had that need where you had to like something gotta happen soon.
Yeah.
And you know what makes it worse? It's easier and she was right. That the woman on The View was 100% white. Right.
Uh-huh.
When you are not living with a woman and you don't have a wife, it's easier because it's not right in front of your face. Mm-hmm. But when you have a wife and every night she gets in the bed and she has her nightgown on and her underwear on and you're laying and you're rubbing up against each other, even if you're snoring or whatever, it's still a lot more difficult to deal with than when you're by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you know how she got her husband?
How?
She said she did a concert and he came up
and
he's like, oh, nice meeting you and this and this and that. He said, I want to take
Who is this?
Monica.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know her husband's name, but
he's an NBA player.
He after said, I would like to take you out, but then taken out, after a concert, she's like, yeah, I really just come up to my room, blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. She said, but before he got there, to let him know that this was just because she really just had a concert, she's tired. She didn't want him to think that he was gonna get all that just because he came up to the room. Mm-hmm. She put on one of my head wraps, a onesie and something, and and he was like. And took off all her makeup, and he was like, right then he knew that he was gonna marry her. He knew it. He knew he was like, wow, she looked good, even without the makeup on and the head wrap, and no make and she was like, and after that, and then he turned around and not long after married her. They weren't dating that long.
But here's the problem, because I know of that couple, he wasn't always faithful either.
Ooh.
And you know who I blame for that?
Who?
Her.
Ooh.
Listen, I understand you women are sometimes tired. I understand you women sometimes work. I understand that you women are going through emotional things. You have to worry about kids. You have to worry about dinner. You have to worry about taking your daughters or your children to dance, to baseball. You have to be a soccer mom. Mm-hmm. If you are not doing your job, and yes, if you get married to a man, it is your job. I will debate any liberal, any female rights activist person.
And I bet you can quote Bible on that.
They will lose. You have a responsibility for your man who has physical needs. It's scientific physical needs. If you are not doing your job, don't get mad if he cheats. Mm-hmm. Don't get mad. If Ray would have cheated on Deborah, that would have been my favorite episode ever. Oh, what part of Everybody Loves Raymond did you like? The part where Ray cheated. Deborah was not doing her job. Like, listen, you don't understand. Like, it's almost like saying, I only want you to eat at my house. You are not allowed to eat anyplace else. But I'm going to starve you.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Like, what? And then you get mad. And you get mad when he gets caught in the car eating McDonald's. Mm-hmm. How could you eat McDonald's? How could? Do your job. Period.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying that. Do your job. I don't care whatever women, you don't know what we go through. Then you know what? You shouldn't have got married. If you can't do the job, don't get married.
But okay, so the NBA players and the football players and stuff, how do you think this is going to work out for them?
First off, I think it's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Because not only does that protect them from possible lawsuits or possible rape incidents, because there is a danger of, not a common danger, it's very less than I used to think it was, but there is always that incident where a woman will try to get pregnant by you, because she knows if she pokes a hole in that condom or something, she's set for 18 years at least. So, it kind of protects these NBA players, but like you said, like how many times do you need to get it off? As a man, these men are playing at the highest level. Their bodies are being pushed to their maximum day in and day out. So that release they might need more often than a man who just sits on the radio, such as myself, talking about Tupac all day.
2, 3, maybe 4 times a night for basketball players and athletes.
What are you, a basketball player?
No, that's why I could say one time a night for myself.
All right, so see, we're adults here.
You lie.
We're adults. Seriously, how often a week do you think a wife should sleep with her husband?
I'm thinking 3.
3 times a week?
3 or 4.
Bless your soul. Rich, what about you?
As often as he needs it.
Facts. Which is probably once a week. If you're going over, even if it's once maybe a week and then you miss a week here and there, it's difficult, but it's doable. If you are one of them women that are just like it's been months and you don't know what I'm going through, dang it, let him cheat.
I think that's only fair, because I know if you came up to me talking about wait a month, why? I'm here now.
I really don't want to go down the.
I'm just saying, no, that ain't right. Okay, so why is it all right for you to say a month?
Because I'm talking in general terms. I'm not saying.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just letting him know.
Yep.
Like, yeah, a month, that's too long. Unless I'm dying. All right, just checking.
Yeah, wives
I'm there with you.
Oh my gosh. Why?
Thanks
a lot, Natalie, for this news subject. But yeah, women need to listen. And you know another thing I hate too. Women, when you know what makes me want to tell a woman to kick rocks. When they say, if he wanted some, he should have did all this extra stuff, or he should have bought me flowers, he should have wowed me, he should have tried to romance me. You don't understand. It is a need. And just like you're out running, doing soccer mom practices and all this other stuff, he is not just sitting there in Indian style waiting for it to be his turn. Like, he should do so. You should be single. All that stuff is supposed to be done when it's courting. Yes, you're supposed to want to do things with your wives. You're supposed to love doing things with your wives, spending time with your wives. But all this have like you should do it to get. Like, oh, to get me in the mood, like to get someone in the, like I would like to club women who say, oh, he has to get me in the mood first. Like, I wish a vehicle would just run out of gas, and before you're able to put gas in it, it says, oh, well, you can't because I'm not in the mood.
Okay.
I'm not saying this subject hits a little close to home for me.
Really?
But listen, if you don't do your job, don't be mad. Listen, the Bible said one wife for one husband, but Solomon had many wives for a reason. Do your job.
It was David, actually.
No, it was Solomon.
It was Solomon?
It was Solomon. David was the one that had Bathsheba,
right. Saw
her showering on top of the thing, and then had her husband killed.
Right.
And he had the heart after God. This is why I don't feel bad when I mess up as a Christian. I just think, like, listen, David loved God more than everybody. I do feel bad. Let me take that back. Whew, I do feel bad. But this is why I don't feel like all is lost. Because it's like, if someone who had a heart after God messed up sometimes, I messed up, then it's okay if I'm
all I gotta say is, we're human, we're not divine.
Okay, so I have another question to go along with this.
Okay.
So, women have a tendency to take you back after you cheat. Why don't men take women back?
Men are more outwardly, and it's more egos. It hurts a man's, in this society, right. In this society, we're more focused on pride and, even masculinity.
The way we look.
No. When you say masculinity, you like automatically, there's a sense of toughness, a sense of unbreakableness, a sense of non-weakness. No weakness. Men are doing weakness. Mm-hmm. That's a way, that's how men are looked at in society. Mm-hmm. When a woman cheats on a man, no matter how strong you are, powerful you are, tough you are, it hurts you to your core. And men detest being hurt to their core. Mm-hmm. Now, women, it is an emotional thing. Mm-hmm. But women, let me be okay with this. Okay, let me put it this way. Mm-hmm. You ever have a friend who got cheated on, right?
Right.
And you see the other woman, and the other woman is so disgustingly like how could she cheat on me with that?
Exactly.
It's because you weren't doing your job. Mm. And Texas just said pride comes before the fall of facts. He cheated with this ugly girl. Mm-hmm. It was something that she was doing that you were not doing, and it had nothing to do with him being emotionally attached to him. So when men can have sex with a million different girls and have no emotional attachment to any of them. Mm-hmm. Women, it's less likely. It happens less. Mm-hmm. In this society, women, when they usually sleep with another man, they have to be wooed. They have to, he has to get me in the mood, all this stuff, and then I cheated. Mm-hmm. I'm so sorry. I'm so torn. Like, men was just like, why'd you cheat? Because it was a hole in opportunity. Mm-hmm. That's the difference.
No reason behind it.
Right. That's the difference. There's a lot more. So when a man cheats, he says, I'm an idiot. When a woman cheats, she says, I fell in love with someone else. That's why.
Oh, okay.
I gotta say one thing about it, though.
Yep, go ahead.
If I cheated on my wife, which won't happen, mm-hmm. I would expect that she would drop me like a hot potato.
Okay.
Fresh out the oven.
All right, if I cheated on my wife, the first thing we'd have to do is evaluate how much of her job she was doing.
Oh, no you didn't.
Facts. Listen, I adore my wife. I love my wife. If it were up to me, I would not sleep with another person but my wife for the rest of my life. However, if I'm not sleeping with anybody, there's a problem.
True.
Listen, you want me to be honest? You want me to lie? You want me to say, I only have eyes for shubop shubop? No, I don't. Shubop shubop? That's a lie. Shubop shubop? Like, listen, when men have those needs, they are weak. We are weak. Do your job, and you don't have to worry about a man cheating.
Fair enough.
Listen, you don't have to worry about a man going to Pizza Hut if you stuffed him with Thanksgiving dinner all year round.
Well, you know what? He might get tired of Thanksgiving dinner all year round because now it's not special anymore.
Right, now in those cases, then you leave him.
Okay, because this is what I was saying. When they were explaining that, well, them girls be out there waiting.
Oh, I know. I upset so many women today, and I'm so happy about it.
If you okay, so what Monica was saying is and this was on The View today. She was saying, well, if you got him and you had all that makeup and stuff on, you got to keep wearing it. And I'm like, no, you don't. And then the lady, and then Dr. Phil today, remember this morning, he said, well, you're at home with the jogging pants and the mom gear on, like you were saying, and he's going to work in a sea full of women with makeup and pearls or whatever in their hair, feathers in their hair. Yeah. Good. And I'm thinking, well, if those women are a dime a dozen, but the woman in the jogging pants stand out, it seems like most men would want to cover that over the 10 million women that all look like what's her name?
Dr. Phil and Monica were wrong.
Kim Kardashian.
Dr. Phil and Monica were wrong.
Okay.
So here's a problem, right? With what they're saying. When you marry someone, right?
Uh-huh.
If you are married to anything other than their core, you're headed for divorce.
Right.
So if I love my wife's core, then I don't care how beautiful other women look compared to her, because it's her core that I love.
Right.
People never stay the same. I'm not the same person I was a year ago.
Right.
I'm on different medication. I'm completely different now. we are ever evolving beings. That's why if you love their core, then those are the types of marriages that will make it. Because I do make mistakes, but as long as she still loves my core, that's fine. So what Dr. Phil and what Monica said both were wrong. You need to wear that makeup every day. So what happens when Monica turns? See, Monica, you can tell she's young. What happens when Monica turns 60? Ain't enough makeup in the world going to make her look young, right.
And plastic surgeon didn't work out for Joan Rivers that well either. So what is she going to do?
Right. It's all about the core. If you love that core, it doesn't matter if you're 60, 600. If you love that core, you don't have those worries as long as you're doing your job. You don't do your job, you have to write people up sometimes. Yeah. Sometimes people have to get fired. When I annoy my wife, sometimes I actually filled out like a card of like, Joy, like, listen, I need you to sign this because you've been acting up lately. Just sign here. This is a verbal warning, but I just want to keep it on file. 3 verbal warnings and you're suspended.
Really?
Yeah. It used to drive her nuts. I was such a jerk. I did it just to tease, but sometimes I would tease just to like. But like I said,
I've seen some of your videos. You do get a little overboard.
Right, but I'm so different now than I was then. But she's still my core is still the same. So
you're still silly.
Yeah, I'm still silly. I'm still there's certain elements of me that are still the same. But I am ever changing and ever trying to improve. And my wife, listen, my wife is not the knockout, drag out, gorgeous person that she was 2 years ago. To me, she's still beautiful. To me, her core, it doesn't matter if she. And what I meant by let me fix that. Because I just realized what I said. And that little guy on my shoulder said, "Have you lost your damn mind?" No. What I'm saying is that she does not dress up and put up all that makeup and stuff on like she used to. She doesn't. When she gets home, she throws on jogging pants. She doesn't try to. Will is home. Let me try to dress nicely. No, she lives with him. So in those terms of vanity, she doesn't do it. She's not the same now as she was. But she is when I am laying in the bed with my wife, and she got them little panties on. Hallelujah. Listen, it's crazy. Like that's all. I love the core. Love the core. That's all you gotta do. Love the core. But yeah, women, please stop acting like, if you want me to do my job, there's tiredness, there's work, there's this, there's that. No, do your job. You're welcome.
So, do you have any problems with me like that?
When I have a need, I go over to
Alright, so we got